The taste of whispers. The path was like a long and coiling serpent as it climbed and slithered and wound around and around with countless bends, each feigning to be the last, each tempting most hikers that the next bend was the end. However, she had made this arduous trek before, many times. What lay in store for her at the top of the Serpent Trail was worthy of all this torment. Finally, breathlessly, she had arrived. Through the bursts of dragonflies in the summer air, her pushing through the overgrowth of thorns, warning her against tasting the countless juicy blackberries, and her care not to brush through the creeping poison oak everywhere, she was again at her precious, breezy, dark grove. It was cooler here in the shade, and in the winter this hallowed place raised in temperature. It was always perfect for her and the dark tree residing at the center of the sacrosanct clearing, and that earth spirit regarded her with a reverent silence. His trunk was tall and thick, not tall enough to climb, mind you. It was more a perfect size to embrace, to look up to, and to whisper hidden things to. There were the holes on the sides of his wooded head in which she lay a secret so precious to her that she would close those dark lashes to whisper it, and then she would cover up the hole with mud and dirt, and his blossoms would begin to bloom the next day. He was a happy, hard, and dark tree, storing her woes up within him. He wasn't always here. He wasn't always a tree. He was a flesh and blood and demonically ambitious man looking to swallow up the world. Then this mercurial traveler was kissed by her, and the wings on his ankles curled into his floating feet as his toes grew long and firm into roots snaking hungrily into this delicious earth beneath her. His entire body expanded with an ecstasy into the branches, which further expanded into leaves, which further expanded into blossoms. He never left that place, content to remain there as a quiet, peaceful tree to be visited by her. He became something else to her, something alive and giving and twisted and dependable to her, to only her. It was a strange business coming here, wherein his vines and branches wrapped around her formidable, firm flesh, squeezing her breath into his mouth. She was enchanted in the scent of dark, wet earth and the pieces of dirt in her teeth, his wooden fingers drawing lines of mud all over her skin as they merged there together again and again, beneath a lover's blanket of dappled sunlight and leafy shadows. She had pulled him with her tongue of blackberry juice from the winged hell in the heavens, and now he pulled her deeper into his myriad of steadfast holdings, her muddy fingers caressing tenderly the coarse bark of his skin, and every kiss they created tasted of different flavors. One day there was lemon, another day there was the fine savor of cheese and jam, another a cured meat, and still another there was the ghost of raspberry, or hints of chocolate, or both. When it was over, he unsnaked the voracious vines from around her legs and torso, leaving marks like a snake had squeezed her too lovingly, and she left him there, a sapling covered in blossoms with its blackberry-stained lips. Her dark lashes flutter sleepily open. She can feel the kiss of the summer breeze as it moves about her brow and strokes her hair, telling her gently that it is time to wake up. She stirs, not yet ready to leave the dream's cuddle and to remain nestled in his roots just a little longer for the journey home. Soon, steadily, she rises, realizing the soreness all over her body, no doubt from having slept too long on tree roots. She gathers the picnic in its basket and blanket, the raspberry cookies, the lemon marmalade, the meats and cheeses. When it is all collected, She draws herself up to the dark tree, now bereft of the leaves and blossoms in her visions. Oh well. She winds a wistful hand along that coarse tobacco-brown bark before walking back down the great, descending serpent trail below her. A dream as delicious as that one needs some dessert, she thinks, as she pulls off some blackberries. The thorn pricks her and draws blood, mixing with the overripe berries in her hand, and as she drinks of this homemade port, she notices some dirt in her teeth. Then, taken by that rare and chilling urge that something has happened behind her, she looks back at the tree with some tiny new blossoms on its branches. Hello again. Hope you enjoyed that. And if you'd like to see more, please check out my Patreon page, support, subscribe. You can also like this video, leave a comment for me. I'd really appreciate, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you in a fortnight.